Very honored to win this award, and had a great role model last year in Aaron Donald. He always said the same thing: hard work pays off. And this whole offseason, that's my motto. And so, thanks to Aaron for setting the standard for me. I want to thank my offensive line, all my coaches, all the position coaches. Everybody plays a part in this, and I'm just really thankful.
Did you think this was a possibility? Were you surprised by it?
Yeah, as the season went on, and kept having good numbers and stuff, I felt like I could be a candidate for it.
What's it like to know that you beat out Jameis Winston as the Heisman Trophy winner?
It means a lot. It was a great competition. The quarterback from Boston College. There's a lot of guys up there, and just very honored. Just very honored.
Was there ever a point that you started to think that this, or don't you think in terms of that, but did you ever think during the season that this might be a possibility?
Yeah, for sure. It's always been a goal. Talking about it with a couple of teammates, just if I kept doing what I was doing the whole year and kept working hard and just trusting in all my teammates and everybody doing their job, then I feel like I had a good chance.
James, the last 6 games, the offense has really come together. What do you think has made it click lately?
Just people trusting each other, and just more experience. It was good to get that last win. Carry some momentum into this bowl game and into next year. So offense was clicking the last couple of games, and keep that going for as long as possible.
What do you think was your best game, James?
Probably last game. Really found myself. Really, I was hurting, and I found a way. That's what Coach Chris talks about a lot, finding a way. And I was going through some things, some injuries and stuff, but I just feel like I grew up a little bit last game, so that's why. And we haven't went down to Miami and beat them in a while, so didn't rush for over 100 yards, but that doesn't matter. It was a hard fought by the whole team, so that was probably the best game.
James, what was that pain? How would you describe the pain that you felt in your hip as you were working out there?
I probably didn't feel good. Just know that it didn't feel good. I don't know what percent I was at, but coaches took care of me. We were being smart, but I was hurt.
What do you think spurred you on in the offseason? Besides Aaron, obviously, telling you hard work pays off, but had to come from somewhere else besides your teammates.
Strength and conditioning coaches. Coach Brian Calhoun, he played running back before. He knew what it takes, and me and him used to always talk. Coach Ross Kalaji, Coach KU, all those guys. It makes a difference. I got fast. I looked at the tape, and I got faster, and I was stronger, and I didn't know what to do. I was in the weight room by myself. I was in there with our strength and conditioning coaches, and they helped me prepare for this. So, like I said, everybody plays a part.
Does it seem sort of funny now that before the season, the only thing we really wanted to know was how much defense you were going to play?
Yeah. Things change over time. Stuff happens. You just gotta go with the flow.
What would you rather do? Run a guy over or run around him?
And if I'm in the moment, if I don't have enough room to run around somebody, I'll lower the shoulder. But if I have room to work with, I'll try to make a miss or something.
What does that feel like for a running back to actually bowl a guy over? Like you've done it several times this season.
Feels good. It's an awesome feeling to keep. It sets a tone. Some momentum shift, and to run somebody over. So it feels good.
What do you think this will do for you? What do you think it does for the program to have this honor?
Less people, it's only our second year in the ACC, and Aaron won it, the defensive player last year. So it lets people know that we can compete with everybody in this league, and we just want to keep things going and just let people we can compete.
Is there one run when they put the highlight reel together for this thing? Is there one that you want to be first, or is there one that you get to pick?
Not sure. I don't know which one. I like the best.
What about the overtime run against Duke, the touchdown?
Oh, that could be a big one, yeah. That was a run that I'll remember forever. Good play. So yeah, that was a nice one.
You shoved the guy out of the way, didn't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you still feel like you can get better?
For sure. Never satisfied. Always room for improvement. Still can get faster, stronger, understand the game better. In the film room and all that. So yeah, never too good.
You have at least one more year left now. Is there, this sort of raises the bar sort of impossibly high, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it is what it is, and it comes with the territory. Like Coach, I was talking to Coach Seth, and he said when you win big awards and stuff like that, a lot of things come on with it, but you have to just accept it and take it for what it is. So yeah, I got to do this next year too, and I'm all for that, and I can't wait to get started. But wait for this bowl game too. Excited for that.
Did you set any goals for yourself before the season?
A couple of them. I don't remember. This is huge. This award right here is, the main one sticking in my head. So any goals I set, this one tops them all.
You briefly talked about the Tony Dorsett phone call the other night. Tell me, what was that like? Were you expecting it? Did it come out of the blue?
No, Mr. Spaghetti, he surprised me. He came to the locker room and he said Tony was on the phone, and I was kind of shocked. And he gave me the phone and got to talk to a Pitt legend. It was a moment that I'll remember forever. And like I said, he said records are meant to be broken. And so it was just huge coming from him. And thanks to Mr. Spaghetti for giving me the opportunity to talk to him.
Have you got a chance to talk to Aaron at all since this happened? Or?
Nah, just found out earlier today, so it's still early. I think Aaron always, when I was here, I think he's seen some potential in me, and so I'm pretty sure he'll reach out to me at some point. But it's still early.
How did you first find out?
The Twitter.
Twitter?
Yeah.
It's always Twitter.
Were you surprised you weren't a finalist for the Doak Walker Award?
A little bit, but it's all right. It just adds more fuel to the fire. And Amir Abdullah, Melvin Gordon, and Tevin Coleman from Indiana, all great guys. All three of those guys are well deserving. So I just got to go after it next year.
Do you feel like this was sort of just a good year for running backs? You mentioned those guys. Everyone, Samaj P. breaking the records. Do you feel like this was a year of the running backs, sort of?
Yeah, you could say that. A lot of running backs step up this year. Gain some national attention, and so yeah, overall good year for running backs in general.
As the season went on, teams knew the ball was going to you. You know what I mean? Teams knew that was what Pitt was going to do. Did the challenge increase, and was it kind of fun for you almost, knowing that they knew the ball was going to go to you and you still kept going?
Yeah, it lets you know where you stand. It starts with the 5 up front though. Fullbacks, tight ends, JP, Jamar, Scott, all those guys. And, teams know what we're going to do, but it hasn't been a secret. And they do a great job blocking, and I just find the lane and try to run and break tackles and do what I have to do. So, but it's fun looking forward to the challenge of teams stacking the box.
How long does it take you to recover from a game? Especially when you get to 30 or so carries.
Yeah. Sunday, the day after the game, this is just a rest day. My body's kind of feeling it, but by Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm fresh and ready to go.
Is it safe to say your defensive end career is over?
Probably more than likely, but leave it up to the coaches.
How's the hip feel now?
Hip's getting better day by day.
James, a lot of your fans kind of have a particular team in mind that they'd like Pitt to play at a bowl game. I was just wondering if you shared that opinion.
I haven't decided. We haven't found out who we're playing versus. But we're just thankful for another opportunity to get another game after this one. And spend more time with the seniors. I'm not sure who we're gonna play. I'm not sure where it'll be at, but it'll be fun, whoever it is.
You heard the possibility of Penn State. How would that suit you?
That would be really cool. The Battle of Pennsylvania. Never played them before, so it'll be a fun game. I heard they travel well with their fans, and so it'll be a lot of fun.
You weren't the most highly recruited guy, coming out of high school. Have you played with a chip on your shoulder at all?
Yeah, for sure. I just try to give it everything I got. Only had a couple offers out of high school. Seen that Aaron only had a couple offers out of high school. Followed his footsteps. Just took the route he did. Working very hard. In the film room, off the field. Just doing what he does, and it took me this far, and hopefully we can keep going.
Thanks, James.
Thank you, James.